Malaysia will not take sides in Pakistan-India tension. Madura says US financing assassination plot against him. Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Lee and you're watching News on 2. Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad says Malaysia appreciates and will continue to maintain its good relationship with India and Pakistan, despite both neighbouring South Asian countries currently being in a conflict. Now, the Prime Minister said by taking such a stand, it also illustrated indirectly that his three-day official visit to Pakistan did not mean that Malaysia had chosen its side.
No, we don't like any wars. We cannot side with anyone. But I think it is allowing terrorists to have the upper hand is very dangerous. You must stop your terrorists. Both sides must prevent acts of terrorism because there is no objective. When the terrorists fight, they just want to take revenge because they cannot conquer, they cannot defeat. So what can they do? Kill people. Is that what humanity is created for? To kill people. You are forbidden from killing people. So we don't want to take sides with anyone, but we appreciate the problem that they face.
Tun Dr. Mahathir, in affirming Malaysia's neutrality in the situation, said Malaysia can give its support in terms of generating the economies of Muslim countries and combating Islamophobia, but would not support any form of violence or killings. Earlier, Tun Dr. Mahathir was the guest of honour during Pakistan Day, a national holiday also known as Republic Day, which was celebrated with a parade of troops and military equipment in Islamabad. On another note, Dr. Mahathir said Malaysia stands by its policy not to have any diplomatic ties with Israel. He stressed that the government of Malaysia will also not bow down to pressures and threats from Western countries and urged other Muslim countries to have the same strong policies. The Prime Minister also said the over-reliance of the Islamic countries on the developed nations has caused them to be afraid to protest against any wrongful actions by Western countries. Hence, they had to abide by what the Western countries did. He said Islamic countries are too dependent on the developed nations for everything, adding that due to the strong support for Israel by Western countries, Islamic nations are scared to condemn Israel and of Western countries taking action against them.
Negara Islam terlalu bergantung kepada negara maju untuk segala-galanya. Kebolehan mereka itu amat terhad. Jadi mereka bergantung, kerana bergantung mereka perlu akuh kepada apa juga yang dilakukan oleh negara Barat. Oleh kerana negara Barat memberi sokongan kuat kepada Israel, maka ini menyebabkan negara-negara Islam takut kalau apabila mereka kecam ataupun tegur Israel, negara-negara Barat ini akan ambil tindakan terhadap mereka.
Tun Dr. Mahathir's hard stance on Israel and Western countries was lauded by Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, who said that the Premier is one of only two Muslim leaders, along with the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who are brave enough to stand up against Western domination. Malaysians condemn any act of discrimination, violence and killing in the name of religion or ethnicity. Now, that is the message of peace the government will carry to the international community in all future overseas events following the signing of the Kuala Lumpur Declaration of Peace 2019 yesterday. Before reading out the 5-point declaration, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Datuk Seri Dr. Mujahid Yusof Rawal, said that the world must be shielded against a culture of hate that can lead to violent acts. Datuk Seri Dr. Mujahid said the Kuala Lumpur Declaration of Peace 2019 affirms to the following. Number 1, condemnation of any act of discrimination, violence and killing in the name of religion or ethnicity. 2, total rejection of any act or culture based on hatred in the name of religion or ethnicity. 3, supporting all efforts to foster peace and promote harmony amongst people of all ethnicities and religions. 4, defending the sovereignty of our country from being destroyed by agents of racial and religious hatred. And 5, in solidarity with the citizens of the world in developing an environment of peace and prosperity based on the recognition of diverse ethnicity and religion. The Solidarity for Peace March yesterday started vibrantly with Malaysians of all races and religions who had gathered to promote peace and harmony. The Peace March is meant to show solidarity for the victims of the 15 March Christchurch terror attacks on 2 mosques that left 50 people dead and scores of others injured. Malaysia is expected to experience a dry season until May, and Johor, Negeri Sembilan, Perak, Kedah, Pahang and Kelantan can expect less than 25% of the usual annual rainfall in the April-May period. Now, Water, Land and Natural Resources Minister Xavier Jayakumar said the situation would cause hot and dry conditions and reduce river and dam resources in the states. In view of the paddy planting season until April, Xavier said state authorities were being urged to regulate the discharge of water from affected dams. He said in a statement that so far, 2 locations have not received rain for over 30 days, namely Hulu Perak in Perak, 56 days, and Setiu Terengganu, 31 days. 7 locations, namely Padang Terap in Kedah, Cameron Highlands and Kuantan in Pahang, and Dungun, Hulu Terengganu, Kemaman and Kuala Terengganu received cumulative rainfall which were lower than the rainfall recorded during the El Nino phenomenon in 2015 to 2016 or at danger level during the January to March period. On storage of water at the dam, Xavier said 3 dams recorded a capacity storage of over 50%, namely the Muda Dam in Kedah with 58.97% and 2 dams in Johor, Machap 55.61% and Sembrong 54.07%. First up is hockey. Malaysia got off to a flying start in the Sultan Azlan Shah Cup hockey tournament by outplaying Poland 5-1 at the Azlan Shah Stadium in Ipoh yesterday. Malaysia stormed to the 5-1 win over Poland off the back of several successful penalty corner attempts. The Speedy Tigers converted 4 of their 8 penalty corners. Faisal Saari was the toast for Malaysia, scoring a hat-trick in the 20th, 30th and 45th minutes. Faisal's younger brother, Fitri, also netted a goal in the 28th minute, while the other was scored by Mohammad Ashran Hamsani in the 36th minute. Mikhail Kasperzik grabbed a consolation goal for Poland, appearing at the tournament for the first time after South Africa pulled out from a penalty corner right before the end of half-time. In the first match of the day, 5-time champions India edged Asian Games gold medalist Japan 2-0, while Lee Nam-yong netted a hat-trick to steer South Korea to register a 6-3 win over Canada in the second match. And that concludes this afternoon's edition of News on 2. In our top story, Malaysia will not take sides in Pakistan-India tension and will maintain good relations with both countries. News on 2 will come on again at 7 this evening with more updates. Till then, I'm Jessica Lee. Thank you for watching.